Hi, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's episode, as we're plodding along doing this camper conversion in this little Vauxhall Movano, we're going to be picking up where we left off the last video, which was finishing off all the ply work. And today we're going to be carpeting up the ply panels themselves. We're going to be carpeting both sides and the roof panels. Those are individual panels that are going to be getting secured up onto the roof into the metal supporting braces that go across. And obviously they're going to have some LED downlights fitted into them as well. Now normally in the past when I've done carpeting videos, I've normally gone for like the smoke grey type stretch carpet, but this time around I've gone for something slightly different. I've gone for what's considered to be like a beige colour. Some people call it the sand, as there's a few different names for this one, but it should be a nice brighter carpeting rather than the usual grey that can sometimes be a little bit dark and dingy at times as well. And as I say, I just want to try and have a nice bright interior inside this van. Now I've got a full, well I say a full, it's quite a long length of carpet there. That's 10 metre long by 2 metres. Hopefully that should be pretty much enough for what I need. Obviously the driver's panel is 3 metres long. The passenger side, that's about nearly 2 metres, again with the sliding door as well. And then by the time we do all the roof panels and both back doors as well, that's going to be pretty much the full length of what I've got there. Hopefully I've actually got enough. We'll soon find out one way or the other. But I say hopefully that should be enough to do the entire interior of the van. Now normally I do try and do individual panels themselves, but because of the width of these panels I've had to do panels in parts. So instead I'm just going to be carpeting the entire full length of each side. And because the carpet is 2 metres tall and the van itself is round about 1.8, 1.9 metres, it's going to leave just enough to give enough flex to be able to do the, well I'm hoping anyway, to be able to do the wheel arches and to be able to cover over any of the bare exposed metal as well. So a lot of the times previously I've tried to do individual strips to try and cover over all the bare metal, but that's because I've done the panels separately. But with it going and getting carpeted in one entire sheet, so to speak, hopefully I should be able to cover all of the exposed bare metal going across as well. Same on the rear back doors. I'm just going to be cutting around where the markings are for where the weatherproofing rubbers are against the door, and it's just going to get trimmed all the way around and it's going to be carpeted all the way through. I might not be able to get the sliding door done today because obviously I do need to get a window fitted in that panel as well, and that's a job for a later time. So whether we get the sliding door finished in this video or not, we'll soon find out. But either way, we're going to crack on, get some of this carpet cut down, get the spray adhesive, and I'm using the usual Trim Fix high temperature spray adhesive. You do need the high temperature stuff for inside the camper vans because you don't want to put all of the carpeting on and then for it just to start peeling away when you're in some hot weather, especially like the hot weather that we currently have at the moment. So as I say, anything that I'm going to be using in these videos as well, including the carpet, the Trim Fix glue, things like that, check the descriptions beneath the video and there'll be links going out to eBay where pretty much I've bought the vast majority of the items that are going in this conversion. So I've got a little paste table out there as well. I'm going to set that up in the front garden just to be able to spray the back of the carpet. Obviously on the carpet inside you need to spray both the panels and the back of the carpet, and then the glue adheres from both sides, and that should be able to get it nice and tight and secure so it shouldn't be peeling off. So let's get cracked on, get some of this carpet cut down to shape, get it all sprayed up, get it attached, and hopefully by the end of this video we'll have the vast majority of this van fully carpeted out, other than maybe the sliding door, but I might pick that up as well, we'll see. But as I say, let's see how far we get on with the beginnings of this anyway. So let's get started. Well, that was an absolute ball ache to do on my own. I'm sure it'd be a hell of a lot easier to do something this big with two people, where it can be stretched out from both ends if two people are holding both sides of the carpet. On my own, I've still managed to get it done, but as I say, it's I'd certainly prefer doing panels at a time and the metalwork rather than one big sheet like this. But it's still come out really nice. As I say, it's taken a few peel backs just to stretch out some of the carpet to get rid of some of the creases and folds that inevitably do go on when you're trying to manhandle such a big sheet of carpet on your own. But as I say, I've managed to get rid of all of the small little wrinkles and creases that were going in. And I say, just peel it back and just smooth it back over as you go back down again. I've done the cutouts for the light dimmers for the USB charging, and I've got the cables back out with the C-pillar as well. And as I say, it's come out quite nice. As I say, it's certainly a pain to do, and certainly wouldn't want to really do another one like this again, not anytime soon. As I say, a second pair of hands would make it a hell of a lot easier, but that is the biggest sheet now done. That's the hardest one out the way. The rest, as I say, the passenger side, that's half the size, so it's a lot more manageable. I should be able to just wing span it out myself and just be able to get it all done. And then the back doors, that's just going to be straight paneling down as well. And then I'll do with the metalwork going around the entrances, around the back door, around the sliding door, things like that, all separately with little strips like I normally do on the previous conversions. So as I say, that is the hardest sheet all out. But as I say, it's come out quite nice. I'm happy and pleased with how it has come out, but it's just taken probably twice as long as it would have if I was just doing panels and then the metalwork individually. But at least, as I say, that's the hardest sheet all done. So now let's get cracked on, get the passenger side done. As I say, this should be a hell of a lot easier to do. It's a lot smaller, and with me being quite tall and quite long arms, I can just stretch out the width of this on my own. It'll be a hell of a lot easier. Once that's done, we'll get the roof panels done and get them up as well and see what it looks like. Right, so there's the passenger side fully carpeted on the main panel as well. As I say, I've got the sliding door to do, but I'll be doing that separately once I've got the actual window fitted in as well. I don't see the point in carpeting it and then cutting the window out, because I might just damage the carpet, so that'll get done later. But the main passenger side panel, that's all fully carpeted now, and again looking nice and neat. All the carpet's in the rubber trim there, so it's going all the way up and around. That's nice. It overlaps on the top, and as I say, that's going to be overlapped with the ceiling panels, so that's all fine as well. It's all nice and neat and trim going down the side and around the wheel arch as well. So I'm happy and pleased with how this is coming out as well. That was a lot quicker and a lot easier to do, because obviously this is a more manageable size compared to a nearly 3 meter long size that's on the driver's side. But now we're getting easier and easier panels to do now, so now I'll probably be doing the 2 back doors, and again these should be even easier again because they're less than a meter wide, so fully easily manageable, or they should be anyway. But we'll crack on, we'll get those done as well. So we're going to get both of those panels done on the both rear doors. and then we'll crack on and do the ceiling ones as well. But I've also got to get the lights fitted in there as well, so I'm moving an hour in how to get those in. We'll deal with that in a minute. As first things first, let's get the rear doors done. But it's coming along quite nicely. It's looking nice and neat, nice and trim, and it's just slowly but surely transforming the inside. So let's get cracked on, get the 2 rear doors done as well. Right, so there's the sliding door fully carpeted as well. I think the battery ran out just as I was doing the final finishing trims, but as you can see it's all come out nice and neat all the way around the rubber seal at the top of the door and around the seal that I put on for the window as well. That's all nicely tucked up and right up against the actual seal itself, and I carpeted it in one sheet so it's covered over the ply panel that was beneath it as well, obviously just with a little cutout for the handle and for the lock. So that is the carpeting pretty much all complete in this van now. That's all of the passenger side done. Sliding door, rear panel, both rear doors are done, again just in full sheets as well, come out nice and neat and trimmed as well. And obviously the most painful side was the driver's side. Going the full length would have been a hell of a lot easier with two people, just so it could have been pulled taut rather than it folding over and I was having to peel it back and things like that. But again, I managed to squeeze it all out, so as I say, I'm quite happy and pleased with how it's all turned out. All the ceiling panels, they're all nicely trimmed with the lights in as well, and little bits of the exposed metalwork, especially around the rear doors, that's all been trimmed up and around and back down as well. So that's all fully trimmed out and carpeted out this Vauxhall Movano campervan. Now if you're after any of the things that I've used, again like usual, I'll have links in the description beneath the video, going out to eBay where I pretty much bought everything that I'm going to be using for this conversion. I think I got most of this stuff from Van Diemen, and again that's a company that I've used plenty of times before for previous conversions. The stuff's really good, and they always supply the high temperature trim fix adhesive because you need the high temperature stuff when it's going to be inside a van. But let me know what you think of this carpeting job anyway, guys. Leave comments below. I always go through all the comments that I do generally receive, and as I always do like to hear your feedback of your opinions of how things have progressed. But at least now the carpeting's done, all I need to do now is get the flooring laid, the final finishing flooring, and then we can finally start to build up all the interior units, which will probably start with the bed, then we'll work forwards with the seating area and the shower area as well. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing as we go along week by week, trying to convert this little Vauxhall Movano into what should hopefully be a lovely little campervan conversion when it's all completed. So thanks for watching, give the video a thumbs up, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.